Hi everyone, it's Brian from Geometric Evolution. Welcome to my channel and to a very special studio vlog. This is the last video I'm gonna have before it's my birthday. It's not a super significant year, it's just a prime number, which I guess is pretty cool. We've ended up spending a lot more money than we thought we would moving to Quito, so we're probably not gonna do anything too flashy for my birthday. So if you want to surprise me, you could head over to my Buy Me a Coffee and, either send me a one-time coffee or become a member. Lately, I've been really working on getting more comfortable asking for things. There's a really good TED Talk on YouTube called The Art of Asking, and it's by the musician Amanda Palmer. I'm going to put the link in the description below. I really suggest you watch it. It's even if you click away right now and leave this video, go watch it, really. It's had a huge impact on my life and has deeply affected the way I look at myself as an artist. She talks about having enough trust between the artist and the viewer to be comfortable to ask for something in return. It's my genuine hope that I provide something of value with my art and with these videos. I think when people, glimpse into my life, they think that I have it so easy or something like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful to be able to do what I do, but I want to make it clear that I work very hard and I do the work of easily 6 different specialists every day. I spend at least 8 hours every day creating art, photographing the art, editing those photos, creating social media posts, creating newsletters, blog posts, filming videos, editing the videos, creating animations for those videos, updating my website, thinking of clever captions for each item, tracking sales, fulfilling orders, and these are just the things I could think of off the top of my head. And I'm constantly learning new skills related to all of these activities. Although I occasionally sell my art, it's definitely not enough to actually live off of. And look, I'm not trying to get rich. I'm just I would like to not worry like anyone else about money once in a while. So if you're watching this, please consider supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. And if you can't do that, at least give me a thumbs up on this video, subscribe, share it. And if you do, leave me a message in the comments and let me know what I can do to repay you. And I'm serious, I'd love to hear from you. Well, that's enough asking for now. Let's get to the video. First of all, I want to mention that this series was inspired by a technique I first started exploring back in the early 500s of the Permutations series. Almost all of the permutations in this style have sold, but it's my nature to jump back and forth between different techniques depending on my mood. This time, I'm taking advantage from some of the new paint colors from this Holbein artist gouache set I picked up in Vietnam just before we moved to Quito. It's a special set called the Traditional Colors of Japan, and it's in a spring theme. This particular piece is very much inspired by this piece, permutation number 500. As I'm working, I'm reminded of how labor-intensive this technique is. Having to switch between 2 different pen colors requires a lot of time and concentration, but I really love the outcome, so of course it's worth it. I'm really happy with how this group has turned out. My biggest goal is capturing the sense of spontaneity and chaos evoked by the brushstrokes, and juxtaposing that with the very deliberate and mathematical intensity of the line work. It was pretty impossible to find boxed macaroni and cheese in China, and next to impossible in Vietnam. It's definitely one of those comfort foods that I missed. Jeff doesn't like it at all, so I usually just have it for lunch once in a while. What are your comfort foods? Let me know in the comments. After I finished lunch, I had to do some grocery shopping. So you have to go up this like crazy big hill to get out of our neighborhood to go to the grocery store. So I stopped at a little coffee shop that's at the top of the hill and rewarded myself for making it. Even though these brushstrokes look spontaneous, you can see that I'm quite measured and deliberate. I also realized that the brown wasn't dark enough here, so I changed to a darker and more opaque brown. I'm intentionally showing you more moments at regular speed so you can get an appreciation of how slowly these pieces are actually made. They should really be priced higher because they take a lot of time. I guess that makes them a good value because I price my pieces based on size and media rather than the amount of time it takes to make them. Some new friends here in Quito invited us out for a drive to a place called Quilotoa. The only thing we knew about in Quilotoa was a giant market, so that's what we thought we were going to do. But when we got close, they ended up just taking us up this big mountain to like a caldera lake, and not to be confused with the caldera Quilotoa, which was the feature of my last video in case you missed it. Next to the lake was this little pavilion, and there was like a family in there making food and serving drinks. And when we got up there, they greeted us with some hot tea, and they sold us like this blackberry juice that was heated. It was like a hot juice, and it tasted just like the inside of a Pop-Tart, including like that moment of panic you feel when you bite into too hot of a Pop-Tart and like it like scalds inside of your mouth. It was kind of surreal to see them there because we'd taken like an hour and a half to go up this mountain, and the road was kind of treacherous, and we didn't see any people, and it just didn't even seem like a tourist area. But there was this family who decided, we're gonna like sell food here. So I mean, it was kind of weird because they didn't tell us they were taking us to this place, and we stayed there for like 10 minutes and then drove back down the mountain. Afterwards, we went to this little lakeside restaurant that was part of a resort and looked at another mountain while we ate lunch. In this last piece, there's a lot of variation in the darkness and the dark gray color because it picked up some of the light blue paint as I was applying it, creating sort of like a milky result. So there's this interesting visual aberration that happens with the white lines. Where the ground color is lighter, the lines appear to be a bit fuzzy. I'm using the same exact pen that I used in the previous pieces, so I know it's not the actual lines. It's just like an optical illusion. Honestly, I don't know if I really like this result. I think I'm a little fonder of the more crisp looking lines, but either way, I do think it's an interesting visual phenomenon. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far, give it a thumbs up. You know you'll like it. And for more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want to support me even more, head over to my Buy Me a Coffee and become a member. You can get cool merch like this shirt right here. I mean, it's practically my birthday. And with that, I'll see you next time.